The Guyanese Critic is coming to you from the Port Joint area, where there's presently a power outage as a result of GPL's high voltage maintenance. And GPL has been on a restructuring with the intention of, replacing all areas of their electrical network. As you know, generation is not the only electricity generation is not the only process that affords you to have electricity in your home. The power is generated, but it has to come to your home, and that comes via high voltage lines. Then they break down to what you know as 110 and 240 and these kind of things. These high voltage lines are the lines that take electricity sometimes across the county, sometimes across Demerara, joining up to Essequibo and these kind of things. So GPL has been doing all that it can to make their operations more customer friendly, more reliable. That is with line maintenance and implementing different methods that would afford them the opportunity to be customer friendly and give their customer an understanding of what's going on, why it's going on, right? This maintenance that is happening here right now in the Port Joint area is as a result of high voltage lines being, some lines being replaced and some poles being replaced. And go closer just so you can get a closer look at that. But if you look at here, GPL has its PR, one of the GPL buses, it says support National Green Initiative, register e-billing. So GPL has e-billing at www.gplinc.net/e-billing/register, right? So you could go to GPL, www.gplinc.net/e-billing/register. And GPL has the fact that their company is an ISO certified company, and that means that it's certified to international standards that is respected and seen by the world. Talking about in terms of electricity theft, GPL tells you it's dangerous. They also give you a number to report. If your neighbor thieving electricity, you could report it to 225-5351, and most likely that is confidential. If you're not satisfied with that and you don't feel secure calling and telling somebody your name, you could get on to GPL and www.gplinc.net/contact/thief, right? And you create a online profile or wherever you get on to them and you send the message and tell them what's the address of the people who are thieving the electricity, your neighbor, who you don't agree on thieving the current, right? So I'll go. Just now we will have a talk with Ms. Sears that is going to give us a little more in depth as to what GPL operation here entails today. I'm also going to a different location where you will get to see more maintenance and massive maintenance, a little more up back that way, head into the Harbor Bridge. This line maintenance, high voltage line maintenance, as a matter of fact, has caused a power outage, scheduled power outage, by the way, on the West Demerara. So it's from Breeding Hoop, Lagrange, all these communities on the west bank of Demerara. So let me go a little more close. You got heavy lifting trucks here and all these things dealing with all these different. Let me just give you a better look at what this looks like and what's going on. First thing, the pole had to be planted here, and the operation up there is moving what is on this pole to the other pole, right? So we come out to the sun and you get a clear shot and a better understanding. Now as you can see, because of the height, them guys just can't walk in a hurry. Things have to be pulled up there via rope and pulley, right? You see what's going on here? Things gotta be pulled up and down, and they gotta take the time because it entails their own safety. They're strapped, they're wearing helmets, they got safety belts and everything else, safety boots, and the lines have been de-energized, right? And you still got for safety, I think them guys got some cables, right? some cable that's got for just in case of anything. So GPL has afforded me this opportunity to make sure you understand when you're home. It creates some discomfort for you when you're having blackout, but why is this? And not just assuming that, well, there's a power outage because some switch cut off. As a matter of fact, the intention when these line maintenance are done, for instance, this pole rotten and falling and break in the middle of the night, they wouldn't be able to do the job like this. They come, they do an assessment of the pole, they see what is needed, then they come back with those tools. If it happened 12 o'clock in the night, you can't be able to do that. So GPL is trying to be proactive in their approach to these things, and I'm hopeful that in a few years to come, we ain't gonna have, they gonna got redundancy, extra lines and all these kind of things. You see, these guys got come with a lot of equipment and all these things. So we can talk to Miss Sears, and she's gonna give us a little understanding of a little more in-depth understanding about what is going on here. Hi, good afternoon, Miss Sears, and thank you for this opportunity in terms of GPL being transparent with the people. So just run it by us. From GPL's perspective, you being the PR point person, just give us GPL's perspective on these operations.
All right, so good afternoon to our viewing audience. Essentially, what we're trying to do is to inform and educate our customers as well as the general public on the activities of maintenance. Because when people hear planned maintenance or emergency maintenance, they often think that, GPL just want to take off the power and GPL just give him blackouts. But that's not it. It's essential to see all the things that we have to do that encompasses a maintenance, and in order to keep our network stable or reliable. Just like a car, you got to service a car, we have to service our network. And so we have some of our staff here. If you were to peruse the entire from Lagrange coming right down to Greenock, you'll see different teams working on the network, and they're doing different things. Some are transferring line hardware, some are doing crimping, some are replacing poles, the rotten poles and so forth. So we have a plethora of activities that are taking place to ensure that we do the maintenance within the specified period. Now, while we were doing the maintenance, the technical team, they encountered several problems. Like, for example, if you look here and you see where the pole is planted, they had to stabilize this pole. They had to do transfer of line hardware. And if you look there right now, they're currently doing some more transfer before they reclose the circuit. And therefore, the work went overtime, so we'll be closing back by 3 p.m. when we would have alerted our customers that we close at 2. And this is what happens. If you could recall last week what happened when we encountered the poles that we had to remove from the parapet and so forth. So every time you're doing plant maintenance, sometimes it goes according to the schedule and sometimes it goes a little bit over because of the issues that and the challenges that our technical teams may encounter. But nonetheless, we're working to ensure that we reclose the circuit within that specified updated time that we give our customers. Additionally, we want you to see, and we're bringing it live to you, what we're actually doing. So for you to get a better understanding, that is our customers, a better understanding of plant maintenance, the reason for plant maintenance, the challenges that we encounter, and together we could work as a team. Because when customers oftentimes bill on the parking, they bill on the reserve, and then when GPL poles are planted there, it poses a problem. So if we all could be responsible citizens, help us help you, and so we could help Guyana grow, and Guyana could develop into that world-class country. Because when we look at America and all the other places, we say, how is it they have reliable network and you don't get outage? But they would have passed through some amount of this phase, and so we're going through the process to bring our network to a place whereby there won't be any electricity outage.
Thanks very much, Miss Sears. That is Miss Sears, and she is the PR point person for GPL. And again, the Guyanese Critic is afforded this opportunity by GPL to give the customer a better understanding. Because a lot of times you call me with the problem, why is this happening? And now I'm going to be on the ground every time GPL has planned maintenance. They are showing us in real transparent terms what they're doing, why they're doing, and the effects of what they're doing to us. Right? So it's important. And then in looking at this, we as Guyanese, we will all together see if we're going anywhere with this. The Guyanese Critic coming to you from the Port Rhine area where GPL is doing planned maintenance that has caused power outage for most of the day and is expected to be, the circuits are expected to be closed, and this GPL terms, technical terms they're using, which we say light gonna come on back by 3 o'clock. Right? So the Guyanese Critic, I'm going to go to the next location, see what's going on there, and try to get a better understanding for you. If you're from this community, I hope this has been of some informational value to you. The Guyanese Critic coming to you with GPL on the move.